10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliance's turn to pick. OG's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliance's turn to pick.
Red Rider!
Ten seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban.
Phantom Assassin.
Alliance's turn to ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Shadow Demon.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
That's what I'm talking about. This is good.
Prepare for battle.
Thank you, Zyrie, in the panel. I'm so excited. We got a mid SD, Trent. You ready? It's happening. It's all coming down to this.
I can't recall the last time I got to watch this one. So
it's great.
Should be going to look for. Yeah, I've actually always wondered how this would be versus the Storm Spirit, and they just happen to pick Storm into it. So I guess we'll find out now. But one of the things about Storm I've always wondered is, like, how much of his damage from overload could you possibly take away with break mechanics? Because one of the problems with break is that, like Nether Toxin, for example, he's never going to sit in it while he's fighting, right? You get into, like, Silver Edge and stuff that you can just kind of like dip away and everybody. This is a pretty long break, right? If you get hit 7 seconds of Demonic Purge, I think the last time I checked the math, I went through like a couple Storm games. It's like 30+% of his damage. It's a very high percent of his damage comes from this overload. So it'd be interesting to see if that Ags actually factors into that this game.
Well, and even beyond just that, just the regular old ulti, right? Constant Dispel means no overload charges, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's,
no matter what, it's great.
All the way through. I guess the part I like about the Ags is that you get the multiple, right?
Yeah, totally. Multiple hits of it.
Good.
Well, game number 3, as panel said, all comes down to this. I think everybody pretty much knows at this point SD Thompson, but there might be a few folks out there. This was one of the things that he was kind of rising to prominence on. It was this and like the Meteor Hammer and Invoker with Quas Wex. What else is there? Like his Pugna. It's one of his heroes, along with like the Monkey King and things like that. And it's kind of fallen by the wayside, but Shadow Demon as a whole has kind of just gotten better and better as a hero over the past patch or so, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was kind of one of his like heroes in his little bag of tricks, Invoker, Meteor Hammer, those kind of shenanigans. Once he couldn't just play Monkey King all the time, had to grab some other ones.
It's very, very cool indeed. Starting with Disruption first to get a little bit of extra damage in there, and playing it a bit like an OD as well, where you can secure the range creep deny, which is definitely a good way to go. Down bottom, Morphling and the Rubik facing off against Batrider and Dark Willow. This lane could be a little bit tough if FNG gets a little bit too far forward.
Interesting to say that you see the difference in the Morphling this same time the safe lane compared to the mid as well, right? Like slower levels, a little bit more dependent on the jungle, but that'll put the onus on Limp in this one. See if he gets those rotations.
Definitely. As FNG going to be able to just stick charge back up again, be perfectly fine, and throw out those Fade Bolts consistently as well. Does manage to find a root there, but Suck's also taking a lot of damage on this Dark Willow. As we look up top lane now, the skewer back.
The only thing 5 meg.
Oh, body blocks, pulls him back in afterwards. Dude, no tail with the body blocks and bringing down S4 the roll and Handskin, able to save the day. Man, that was a ton of damage.
Yeah, it cost them nothing. And they're just gonna get a salve spent by S4 now.
Yeah.
As well as a couple missed creeps. So great stuff there from No Tail. That's, if you want to try the support mag, you have to be making those plays in your pubs.
Yeah.
Else it's just not worth it. And you can also see No Tail go for the super safe saving of the camp by putting the Sentry Ward right in the middle, and then just denies it after to make sure he doesn't miss the ward.
Definitely.
Nico Baby, Morphing Strength trying to live down here, and not enough. Wow, I actually thought he was fine, but I guess it is just 1 point in the attribute shift, right?
Yeah, and he dies first as well, so doesn't even get anything extra there from the sub kill. Not necessarily what you would love to see right out of the gate. 4 lines. Oh, I will say this game feels a little bit different to me. I think what you mentioned earlier about like the Shadow Demon and how's the break and the Dispel going to work against the Storm Spirit is like, a cute little thing, but at the same time, it's Storm Spirit Morphling. Like, play game feels good if you're Alliance in some ways.
I mean, feels good for PA too, though.
Exactly.
At least PA, big items,
Oh my god, they got him again. S4 up top, gonna get hit a few more times by that tower. I guess I should say it feels better than last game's late game for Alliance.
Yeah.
Which was just garbage tier.
You gotta imagine that they want to get a punish mid with this ET or this Earth Spirit pretty soon, right? Like this Thompson Shadow Demon kind of seems like a hero that you would be hoping to punish. There's another skewer up top. I just see it on the mini map. He's back under the tower.
Dude, what in the hell?
The value of these skewers. This is guys, download this replay and just watch how No Tail's getting this positioning.
This is a TI winner, ladies and gentlemen. 2-time. FNG does go down.
Right, S4 only got one of those. That's why he's getting caught.
That's a good point. Wait, PO and then FPS. Interesting. All right, well, he'll be back in just a second now, as he did end up going down there. We'll see if after the reconnect he'll have a little bit better time of it. Interesting though, we're seeing no points up in the Soul Catcher for Shadow Demon. Just going for maxed out disruption increases the duration, increases the amount of damage that these illusions are going to do as well.
Yeah, all right.
You like it?
Yeah, I think. I mean, Soul Catcher, you're not really going to get a rotation for a kill right now. I don't think so. It's
Right.
also it's not really a good value point either. 20%. That's like okay, but I think compared to like, oh, I'm always active in this lane and I'm trying to out CS this guy and push him off. It's just too good to have the Shadow Poison and the disruption. If Soul Catcher's only good for the kill, whereas the other two abilities can be utilized for both laning and killing, it seems.
Right. And the other thing that's kind of nifty about it is, like, you know, you make a rotation onto Morphlane, that's going to be a lot of damage onto the Floral Morph. If you're able to create those illusions, definitely. So, 1,000 gold lead so far for OG, looking pretty good. Haven't really seen those stacks that we heard all that talk about yet. It's been much more just straight up laning.
Trying. Can't quite find him though, and that's gonna be 8 stacks.
Oh my god. Oh, Nico, baby. He didn't get him, like he said, and now he just goes down. Wow.
That all started because he dodged the first Bramble Maze, and since it wasn't in like a really good spot compared to the positioning of Seb, he's just able to keep diving him, and then Avagee, did he just try a TP too? Did I see that? Oh no, never mind. Okay.
No.
That was not a TP. That's good. I think he was just
Meanwhile, Anskin rolling away, just barely able to get out of there. Things were looking really rough for that Earth Spirit too. Yeah, this is a very tough lane now. Bat Rider absolutely dominant, and it looks like Bounty Runes are gonna go 3 for OG.
Oh wait, but wait, no tail's coming.
Oh my god, is Limp not gonna get it?
Waiting for his boss.
No!
Double fill.
Oh, Limp. That's so unfortunate.
I mean, my stomach, it's in knots.
God.
The pain this mid laner feels right now.
Dude, that's unreal.
And now this guy's just chucking more poison at you. Someone's gonna TP mid. Can one of my supports go feed?
Please kill yourself. Oh, no, Limp! Oh, he does have ulti, though. He got level 6 off that
You're
crate.
gonna get reported, dude. That's toxic. You're telling your supports to just kill themselves.
That's not good. Not what you want to do.
It's just the Dota experience, you know.
Well, I mean, you know, it's tactical. That's what's going on here.
Tactical.
But
Unfortunately, I don't even know if they have keys right now. I guess they have a G. But yeah, hard stuff. He just straight up goes off. So yeah, I only have one choice right now. But the zip through on the Thompson, not gonna get lucky with the room though.
no, but we'll still be able to make something happen here. Switches over, getting 3 stacks in a second onto Limp. There's no way. There's nothing here.
Told you a storm was
Good damage, right? You telling me there's a chance? So good catch up there for Limp, much needed after the frustration of losing the rune. And it looks like, at least down bottom, not too much more of a chance for a dive here. He does have 2 stacks. Nico Baby actually has 4. And walking into the root, the pushback, he's in trouble. Doesn't quite have enough damage there. Good waveform away.
It's been a very good lane for Seb, it feels like. What is his net worth looking like? 2550.
Mm-hmm. All of the cores for OG having a very good game for themselves at this point in time. And they'll throw another one of the Cursed Crowns down. FNG in trouble. And this man is just going to die as they beat him down to death. Catapult still on the tower. And Seb cutting the wave.
And
this is
trying to get in here and get something.
Yeah. I mean, he'll at least be able to farm under this, but it's a lot of damage onto the tower as well. Thompson, in the meantime, trying to farm up the jungle a little bit away from the Storm Spirit. He is a little bit behind the rest of the cores on his team, but he's pretty much at the same place. And I don't know, do you think that there's like any real like pressure to try and make things happen with this OG draft, or are they just comfortable getting farmed on mid one?
I mean, there's gotta be some pressure when you have a mid SD.
Right.
It seems like you can't like endlessly wait, right? As it's like, oh, maybe he's getting out.
Nicely played.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, there were creeps there. FNG couldn't get like the telekinesis throwdown, I guess. Maybe it was on cooldown.
Yeah, meanwhile, the rotation coming out. They want to try and punish Seb here. As they'll find the pullback, waveform through. A lot of damage. Nico Baby has to switch back over to strength form, but he will be able to do it no problem.
How are these stacks anywhere?
No.
Very surprising from OG. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because No-Till can't really afford to, and then Sox has been so busy just like playing aggressive. I mean, he's 2-0 and 3. He's trying to slow down this Morphling rather than try and speed up their PA, so that kind of makes sense. I'm sure that once the Empowers are actually stacked, I mean, it's still only level 1 Empower, really. He's actually being a punishing laning force with 2 points in the Shockwave instead, and now No-Tail's working on it.
Right.
Let's see, does he get the double stack? Is he a practice magnet stacker? Not quite, but he got one of them.
Yeah. It's the big one anyways. It's the one that matters.
This is the best time for Mag. Now you get the lane.
Exactly. Well, and he needs the levels, you know? He only has the 1 point in Empower right now.
Yeah, this is a self-serving giving of the lane for the PA. He doesn't care about No-Tail. He's like, go and fetch me more levels of Empower.
Do it quickly, and then come back here.
Yeah, Hawkson's doing the same thing mid, though. Right? Storm's jungling, and now they're getting their Earth Spirit right up to level 6. And that means the tome will be there for FNG.
So we get close to that 10-minute mark. Yeah, interesting stuff. A 2,000 gold lead already for OG, just coming out of the laning stage. It's not anything that's like too awful at this point. I think probably the biggest problem was those bounty runes is a pressure coming out. S4 wanting to contest the farm, but mid one had already cleared through the entire area. And meanwhile, Seb jumped on again down bottom. They find him. Nico Baby, seeing if they can get the finish. Limp is the one that cleans up the kill. It's gonna be, oh no, they get the bounties again. Top lane.
It's like, it's so simple.
Oh, he clipped them both! No-Tail. S4 is just gonna try and farm up on the cliff a little bit. No-Tail gives him the okie doke, walks around, and is able to get away. Oh my god. Wow. Hinskin Kid just kicked him down. What? I guess he wants to go mid anyways. Alright.
Yeah, looks like he's got his hammer here, so they're gonna go for the play with top.
S4's like, I didn't care anyways. I want to ravage this dude. The chase down coming. Oh, what?
Oh, if only.
That would have been amazing.
That's so funny because you have that one like point
Bottom?
because it's the level 1 ravage, right?
More damage coming out, and they'll kill off Nico Baby. So the trade goes the other direction, and meanwhile, mid S4 got down very low. Mid one jumps onto him, anchor smash, taking away all that damage. Now mid one pulled back in. The battle continues. The meteor hammer will not land on the mid one, who manages to get the walk away. Constant action.
So now here is the punishment for Dark Willow getting that bounty rune and then them getting that illusion onto SD, right? Is that Storm doesn't get to just like keep playing Dota. It's like so important to lock those runes down for your Storm Spear because he probably gets 2 more kills there on Limp, or at least 1 more kill, I think. If they were able to get that.
Under attack.
But not able to secure that rune control for their Storm Spear. I think this game really hard. And part of that is this ward that you can see that Seb's by down here. That's kind of seeing that traffic and movement down there. That's how Sox knew it was safe to commit to that.
Right. Yeah, every one of these walkbacks to a lane just hurts so badly for Storm. It does have an arcane ring, which is kind of nice. It's down bottom. Looks like they'll be able to make the TP away. Soxa getting a lot of experience down there, and they weren't able to set up for a kill. But yeah, definitely kind of has the feeling for OG right now is they're just sort of chilling. Waiting for that Aether Lens. Hobson finds a regen rune.
Ooh. Mid one get the double stack into dragons. Very nice. So 2 dragons in a Triceratops camp.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Still though, only 2 points in power, but it's enough.
You know, they're not Triceratops. They actually have 4 horns, so I guess I should just call them Thunderhides.
Quadceratops.
Excellent.
Dude, every time they just jump on him, like, how does Thompson deal with this? They just don't have an answer. And now Seb might also be in trouble. Oh, the RP though, trying to turn it, pull him back in. Can they kill him off though? These guys are so tanky. Hanskin just has so much HP terrorized to interrupt, and actually now trying to kill off the Storm Spirit. Limp is going to fall. Dude, Sox is a player. They pull him back in. S4 also in trouble. 3 are already down for the cost of 2. Can they kill off the big watermelon? Doesn't look like it. But man, big play.
But yeah, that's a nice start. 4-0-3. He's got the same amount of kills and assists as his last hits right now. 4-0-3 and 7 last hits.
S4 still hanging out in this area. Very, very bold. The root is going to be there. Ravage comes out, and now the Meteor Hammer
Ravage
wins.
down. Don't worry. Ravage is down.
S4 was
We can
pissed.
fight mid. Ravage is down. Team.
That should help.
This is space.
Can I also just say, like, No Tail just walked in for that RP. My man has arcane boots. He ended up finding both of them.
They were a little preoccupied, you know.
That's true.
That's a 13.5-minute deso. How's the armor looking on these guys? Well, obviously Morph's okay, but tied, 11 armor.
It's about to be a little bit less. Get over here. Do they want to chase? It's so hard for mid one to jump in, though.
Yeah, the Storm's just kind of guarding him with potential pull.
Meanwhile, roots go down, securing the runes. Lamp finds an angle where there isn't a bramble, but now they jump in with others. Rooted down on the other side. Mid one. Still thinking about jumping. Hanskin able to get the roll away. Meantime, Limp is going to have to go for a zip away here. He's able to dodge the stun. About a quarter on the mana. As he's still backing out. Does have a TP available. Oh, wait, can they get it? Trying to hit it? No. Doesn't want to go for it.
The travel time's too slow. Okay, so what is our verdict on Shadow Demon so far then? How impactful has the pick been? I mean, right now he's basically just bullying S1 of the tower. He forced E home.
Almost got the kill there with the ulti, but I mean, how many heroes can you have that make that happen against a Tidehunter? Oh, the Terrorize. A little bit of low commitment jump in now. Hanskin trying to hit a big magnetize is doing a ton of damage, but he is going to fall. And well, Limp also getting relatively low. Has the urn, the tick down? Ooh, barely dodges that last little bit.
Not even worried. Yeah, and might actually get the top down too. That's a big pick up here. There's current situation.
But I think that thing you were talking about before of Storm Spirit like constantly being sent back and not getting the runes, it's showing up in the net worth. You know, you compare him to the Shadow Demon, that 1,000 gold behind.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's not getting the kills and he's not also just AFKing. So he's kind of getting the worst situation, right? Where he's like going for like 1 kill and maybe he gets it, but oftentimes it's a trade for someone else on his team. Not really getting much snowball going here as they won't find Equibade. I feel like he's been kind of chill for a while now, but now the pressure comes to him.
E-Blade, waveform, good dodge there, the Curse Crown, but they pull him back in closer, have the RP, and set up for the kill.
Don't even need the lasso. Wow. Yeah, you said it, Thompson. Tell him.
Does I say it right?
Yeah, that was actually perfect pronunciation. Excellent accent in your demon tongue.
Yeah, I think I scared a couple people there. Alright, S4 gonna get lastoed. Not often seen against Tidehunter, but my man has no Ravage. S4 is gonna die. Lift up afterwards. Mid one, trying to chase this down. Can they get in range? Not quite. Oh no! He was a little bit slow on the roll. Didn't have any more stones. And will not be able to escape. OG kind of steamrolling here at the 16-minute mark.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And I guess Roche is just on the menu now, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that should be the next concern for them. I mean, the Alliance instantly scan it. They're just like, are they rushing? Well, they're not rushing yet.
Oh, turns red.
Yeah, I mean, they have Storm Zip. Okay. I mean, Bat Rider's kind of.
They zip in, find mid one right at the start, pulling back into the Meteor Hammer. Oh, the combo. It's right there. Is it enough though? Can they kill him off in time? Mid one gets the jump away, but it won't happen. Nice play. And now, Sluxa trying to get away from there. Hanskin's going to get stunned. And that is a big pickoff.
Haste!
Oh, he found it. Okay. No, Nika Baby hasn't seen it actually.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Nika Baby's got
attack.
an Imp Claw just sitting next to him.
Move back in, take that D ward.
Ah, you got it.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting build. How much does this game change when you get the E-Blade done?
Pretty damn good, right? Because a lot of what they're relying on is hoping for the big PA blow up, and then I think it's like the chase down factor where they just have this purge and the disruptions. They're gonna have a Yules on top, so they're gonna have lasso. So it's like they almost want to force you to try and retreat and escape. But now we're coming up with Orchid and E-Blade. This is their moment.
Gotta do it. Gotta make it happen. RP pulls him back in. Oh, number one. Is it gonna be enough? As for it's the Ravage after the terrorize. The jump in. Do they have enough? They have no more mana on Limp. I don't know if they can do this. They pull back in the storm. Now no tail catching out of Lord. Mid one trying to get the chase down, the beat down. Will it work? Benji, the one that he's focusing on first. Empower damage is there, but Nico Baby shows up with the E-Blade, shuts it down. 4 dead on OG. They lose Storm and Rubik, but they take that.
Yeah, what a great fight, and what excellent timing to force an engagement as well, just as you get the E-Blade and the Orchid at the same time. And now the Meteor Hammer will definitely secure the tower. It wasn't dead enough already. And of course, we know OG didn't commit for the Roche before, so now questions start to open up. What if this is a 20-minute DD top? That could just be Roche for Alliance.
Oh, don't tempt me. That sounds amazing.
I think you need a few more of those demon tongues to summon it.
Right.
Kind of the only way. Sweet Ice Frog.
I will say that like you mentioned, the timing right now, it feels really terrifying for OG, and they're going to need that next round of BKBs to come out. Still pretty far away for the PA. Granted, she farms really quickly, but they're queuing them up all across the board. Just
Is it there? Dalton just denies the DD. Just like, no.
I'm
not letting that happen. How disappointing. Thank you for listening, Ice Frog. I'm glad you're tuning in.
That was, can you imagine if Lions just walked over there and just were like hanging out on the room?
I told you.
That legitimately could have changed the game.
Yeah.
Like
Morphling.
Wow. Regardless, no wards in the area. They're smoking towards their vision on Alliance, seeing if they can find anybody, but S4 is actually pretty far away with no Ravage. It's kind of a hard ability to go for a fight. So.
Yeah, no point forcing anything, as you said. I wish that these were reversed. I wish the Tide was down here doing this, and they had the other 4 heroes up top. Because then if they try and gank the Tide and like the lonelier hero, that puts you in a better position around the road. But we'll see if this amounts to anything up here. Because, I mean, it's also a Tide Hunter with a mech, so not the easiest guy to go on.
And the casual cloak is so nifty, too. Like, that little bit of extra magical damage that can sometimes push him over the edge. Regardless, though, we're getting closer to an Aether Lens done for Rubik here.
Yeah, but Lyrical, what if he gets lassoed, and then because he has the cloak, it takes longer for the Kraken Shell to fall?
Wow.
He gets dragged further.
Wow.
S4 moves it into his backpack mid-lasso.
You're amazing.
That's 20XX Dota. That's the future.
You're gonna see it. It's happening.
Right, well, no DD, but erosion nonetheless here. And with the coverage of Ravage, it's a tough one. There's still no blink on No Tail. He's still finding RPs. And there is a blink on Seb, a BKB on mid one. Oh, it's like the Orchid and the E-Blade all over again. The good items, the good timings. Can Seb do it?
They need to finish this. It's getting really, really low.
Oh, he got her.
Danger, danger. Trying to jump in, they won't find it. And now follow-up. Limp using all of his mana right at the start. This fight's looking a little bit awkward. E-Blade is going to land. They're able to catch and kill onto Seb. Can they find anybody else? Was Storm dead too? Well, now they're on top of the SD though. That's a problem. RP only going to land on one stolen RP. FNG got both of them afterwards. The Ravage falls up to terrorize to save his life. Oh, mid one lives because of that. Can they manage to find any more kills? They just need to run out of here. Mid one's gotta go.
All right, well, that's big that they at least managed to get the kill on the Storm Spirit, but they're going to lose a whole lot considering that was an Aegis now given over to Alliance. And man, that fight got ruined for Seb so fast. Great positioning from Hans. He's sitting next to that tree in the river, popped smoke on the bat, poked his little head out, and gave him the urn. That causes the panic blink from Seb, but it just means that Seb then can't focus on his positioning at all to try and snag that Roche or try and lasso somebody up when they're going for it because he's earned. So.
Right.
Very well done. I love having Earn versus these Blink Initiate. It's like, that's just so fight winning to do that.
Yeah, and I think that, like, you know, you see the positioning be like so important, and they've got like multiple heroes that can kind of maneuver around that too, whether it's like the little pull that you get from Storm or the kickback that comes from Handskin. All that stuff super important. And it's gonna roll away here. Do we have the Blink Dagger? Still not quite there for No Tail.
Yeah, I don't know if he just bought Sentry. Yeah, he just bought Ward. He hit a little bit more gold.
His Handskin just gets blown the hell up.
I looked away for a second to see what was on No Tail's career, and well, he was just gone. Shockwaved into PA plays. Yeah, aggressive maneuvers considering the Aegis is on the Radiant, but they don't have Ravage.
No disruption though! Saving his life! That is what SD gets you out of the mid lane. You can also get that out of a position 5 roll, but we won't talk about that.
Thompson has
oh my god,
advanced for a while. They're building Ags like forever. Or sorry, Yules forever.
This is BKB. OG needs to get the heck out of here. This is Danger Town. Again, Limp. Not able to get the chase.
The main residents of Danger Town.
It's their way.
Well, okay. Well, that means no BKB on PA. Ravage coming back up. Should be an easy take of the tier 2 mid.
Yeah.
So that puts OG into push side lanes mode.
Definitely feels a little bit scary if you push out a little bit too far. And I think that they're going to give this rune over to Limp as well. But it's kind of struggling on the mana department. Need to get towards that Bloodstone. It's right now all of OG kind of just sticking together, very afraid of the potential damage that can come out. And we're waiting to see when Alliance actually want to try and group up and go together for a move.
Yeah, they're probably just worried about a smoke, because a lot of teams would smoke in this exact situation.
Right. Basher done for mid 1. Still top of the net worth chart.
That also, oh, Asforus jumps in on the Thompson. I mean, can't really go for the kill, right? I mean, Asforus is kind of scary.
Oh my god! Meteor Hammer, the jump from downtown, but Limp completely out of mana, and they catch him with the RP. Do they have enough damage though? It doesn't look like it. Ravage and the big old bop from Nico Baby takes down the PA. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I didn't realize he saw him disrupt. I was so confused. I was like, man, this is a really bold jump. And then I look at the cooldown disruption. It's like, oh, okay, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
He knew that he could just walk him down after. So nicely done by S4. Yeah, it kind of sucks that you gave up Limp, but that orc could also guarantee the kill in the first place and the hit to spend RP. So not great, but he'll take it.
Mid lane, S4 trying to drop the Meteor Hammer right on top of himself. Terrorize afterwards, hitting onto both. They bring down Watermelon Man as Seb is not going to burn down, able to get out of there. So they're still finding these little like random pickoffs here and there. Even when Alliance win a fight, they're keeping it close.
Well, it's frustrating because they're holding Aegis still, and like the first one was like kind of okay. Like sure, we lost Storm. It's not ideal because again, it's Aegis, so you're supposed to be like handedly winning engagements, and now you just lose your tide.
Right.
So that's a pretty big problem. Sure, you knocked down the PA, I guess, but I'd be a little concerned after that because now you didn't get a chance in the mid tier 2 despite that BKB play in the top triangle. Somehow that wasn't punished. They weren't able to like get anywhere with the Ravage.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. They, you know, obviously taking all the outer tier 1 towers, tier 2 bottom is very low for OG right now. But I don't know. I mean, I keep on waiting for this like big thing to come out from Thompson, and we haven't really seen it. I guess the best part is he's like sort of slowing down the Storm's game to a large extent as well, and did out of the laning stage. But I don't know. Maybe he's not going for that Aghanim Scepter either. He's going for these other like little utility items along the way. I
think part of the problem is that he's also not finding himself in the engagements very much near Nico Baby, which you would think would be his like key target, right? Because he's going to have the 75% illusion damage versus Unmorph. That is the best guy that you can be copying.
Right.
So that's likely why he wants like Yule's Aether and Blink.
Yeah, that does make sense. Meanwhile, PA has the Paladin Sword. I got Blade Mail and Earth Spirit, which is pretty hype. Love to see that one. It has the 6 armor talent too, instead of the rolling boulder damage. So Handskin just looking to make sure he gets those abilities off. Much less about like sort of the farming Earth Spirit 4 that we've sometimes seen.
See if the illusion baits anything here. They're not falling for it.
Oh, they know. S4 jumps in. Can they catch him? Good lift up there with the Yule Scepter, but SD looks like he's already dead as the Ravage is going to come out. They don't quite actually get him yet. Disruption keeps him alive for the moment. The big jump in the RP. It only hit on the one. Wasn't nearly good enough. Okay, Skewer up to the high ground. No tail putting him there. S4 immediately going to TP away as they've already lost a couple.
Nature's way.
So it looks like the chase down could come next as Limp is hiding away to the side. No tail trying to find him. Mid one jumps, gets vision, and suddenly revealing himself, hits the bash. Nico Baby tries to turn this one. Limp is still off to the side there. They get the lasso onto the storm, trying to kill him down in time. Mid one, the life seal coming from the Paladin sword. Is it going to be enough? The bash is there. Nico Baby tries to kill him, but he has so much life steal. Mid one barely living, but Nico Baby eventually gets the finish with the waveform. Now Seb just forced to run away. Long duration stun, and the chase down coming through. Manta's afterwards, taking off all that sticky napalm as they try and bring down Seb, but he gets the blink away.
Yeah, he had a morph, but I think with the mana cost reductions, it would have been close. Try and go for like some sticky napalms or something.
Unreal.
All right, so who even won that in the end?
I don't know. I mean, this game just feels like two, big sacks of meat smacking against each other. Like, it is just like they're not stopping.
That's just a lovely description of a beautiful game of Dota. Such poetic words.
Easy. Still takedown. Soxla just trading off hits over and over again. Thompson now found. Is going to be Orchided. Tries to get the walk away, but Limp is eventually going to find his man. They'll cancel a TB there on the Magnus as well.
And who got bounty? Seb got one. S4 got the other. This is going to be a 3-for-1 in favor of Alliance. No tier 2s to worry about yet, though, so everyone's just keeping their outposts as we hit 30.
Man, if I would have told you going into this game that Thompson would die 9 times and they're only down 2k gold, this is just it feels like a complete change in how they've been playing.
Yeah, I'd probably. That doesn't sound right. Why is it still so close? I guess part of it's because the storm is also not that front, right? I mean, even though Limp's not doing particularly bad, he's just really active and not really farming camps because Nico Baby's taking them all.
Right.
A lot of the net worth was getting transferred over to Nico Baby, and also S4. S4 was like quite a bit ahead of the storm for a large part of this game, but with that last death now and a little bit more space for Limp, that's starting to close that gap. Okay, yeah. Well, 31 minutes. Roche will respawn in a minute and a half. Where are we at then in this game? I would rather be on Alliance's side personally with a Tidehunter, Storm Spirit, and Morphling. This game feels kind of good for me right now.
Yeah, I would kind of agree with that. The only caveat being PA, right? PA late game. And
bit of a nuisance.
It feels like if you can get some of those lucky crits, you find yourself a Rubik, you find even a Tidehunter, if that Aghanims comes out and you can burst him in the duration of an Abyssal Blade, things could start to turn. But it's not easy, and I agree. I'd definitely rather be on Alliance's side.
I mean, they still haven't bought any BKBs on the Radiant. You think about, if Hanskin gets an eventual BKB, which is pretty common for Earth Spirit, Nico Baby will have one, probably Limp after the Bloodstone. They're going to have these really fresh 10-second BKBs when mid-months is starting to drain down to 5 versus a Ravage. And they don't really have great saves outside of Thompson, and I kind of feel like they might want some damage from that disruption, not necessarily saving every time.
BKB out.
Cheap investment. Did they see that? I don't think they did.
I'm not sure.
Rewards, yeah. They might have caught him right when he was walking up the hill. It was kind of hard to judge.
Nonetheless, nice little win there. And Roche going to be back up in 20 seconds. Mid one, not nearby, but can be there rather rapidly. I'm a little surprised, Willow's been playing great, obviously, but I was wondering if we were going to see a Spirit Vessel and still just keeping it as the Urn. Kind of interesting. It's more value on just these little utility items along the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think the other items are just too important. Like, especially that blink. I would really want to try and get the blink in this game because once you hit level 18 as Dark Woodlook, you can do so many solo plays with the blink dagger.
Right.
I mean, the Spirit Vessel, sure, if they didn't have dispels, but like, I don't know, it doesn't feel that good versus the Morphling. You know, he's just gonna manta it.
Thompson.
I think illusions of Soxa. Less obvious, you know?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, getting vision too is pretty nice here.
I always hate this though because it's so short. Like it doesn't last that long. That's because obviously they're kind of broken when you have like hard carries using them. So you can't really jack them up too much. But you couldn't even make that to the Roche pit, and that is going to be an Aegis now. What do we got on Roche now? We got Aegis and Cheese, and that'll be Aegis for Nico Baby more than likely, and Cheese, I guess for Lip, right? I just think go either way too.
Are they even going to get it, though? It looks like they're a little bit hesitant to move on in with the flame breaking thrown in from Seb.
Yeah, they don't have any vision right now. Completely dark.
Radiant's bottom tower is
No
under
tell.
attack.
It's got that blink. Ready to party. Who do they find? S4 is there. Not the person you want to jump on.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Surprised
under
they didn't high
attack.
five. Two offlaners just chilling in the river. Give him a wave, Seb. Come on. It is dire tide after all.
Right? Totally.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Storm getting a little bit testy up there. Seb
DD.
on the other side, looking through the pullback now. Separated from the rest of his team, a ton of damage out there. They are looking to lose Seb, but can they take anybody in turn?
He doesn't have buyback. He's holding that Ravage. That would have been a very bad kill.
Outrider says gonna buy back. Now the pull-up. Ravage comes out, able to land onto a couple of them. Thompson down, super low HP already. Meanwhile, the jumping on the other side, they take down Nico Baby. Mid one got him. They completely missed the RP, but it doesn't matter. With Morphling dead, no buyback, and now finding themselves with Storm Spirit. OG completely demolished that fight. Jump forward, chase down onto Handskin. What a play, what a buyback.
Yeah, he got banished by the SD. So he took a lot of damage from that disruption. 325 from the illusions just spawning. They just got crit down. Another 213. He took like 500 damage from the illusions of the Shadow Demons. They finally got that little counter pick to work. And of course, the mid one just helps clean it up. So there you go. It looks like, at least to me, almost a sure Roche. Obviously, we have that bird's eye view, and they didn't know that OG was actually so far away from contesting.
Unreal.
They don't really have a great way to get those deep courier wards this game, right? Like, I think that's one of the most useful tools in Dota right now is when you can get that little sneaky ward like way back here or back here on this side of the map. Just knowing like where the couriers are moving actually gives you so much info in Dota right now, especially when it comes to like little smoke ganks in the mid game.
Radiant's middle
Totally.
But lack of info leads to a passive play there, and OG make the aggressive one that results in the victory.
And I think it's worth reiterating again, like, you know, we've kind of been dunking a little bit on this SD all game long. He had a really important role to play in winning that last fight for him. It's, you know, kind of a, not really counter, but, you know, if it hits it right, it's really good.
Yeah, it was
so
also
much damage.
DD Storm too, right? So it's like, you know, Limp kind of had his moment there.
Wow. 4,000 gold lead now for OG. And where do we go from here? Tier 2 towers down, Aegis and Cheese on the PA. What's the game plan for Alliance?
Well, they know that mid one is like the only force. I love that they give them both the Aegis and the Cheese. They don't mess around with them like Cheese, I'm bad or whatever. It's like, no. It's like, we win fights, I'm a Phantom Assassin, all right? We have one real core here.
Yeah. And rooted to the side, they will catch and they will kill FNG.
All right, well, this is the play. Kill this wave, dodge, dip, duck, dive, dodge the mold, those kind of things. Oh,
wait a minute. He just gets
the
caught.
gift of the gem over.
That is really rough. Limp. Oh my god. Oh god.
Yeah, Thompson almost had the Yule on him. That would have been a disaster. Get out.
Tempting fate.
I know. It's because they know there's no ward there, so S4's like, oh yeah, come on. Give me a good Ravage and a Meteor Hammer. I want to rip one.
Mid one going for that 100% coup de grace critical damage now as well. So these crits with, dude, Empower and everything, like, he opted to go for the Scotty too, so he's not going all in on the Rapier. Instead, it's like, we're going to have consistent damage. Which, I mean, it's a little surprising to me, but it's really good also against like both of these ranged right clickers in the Storm and the Morph.
Yeah, Rapier is, well, it's up next. It is a lot of coverage with a BKB and a Satanic.
I'm surprised he's not going for the full Abyssal in mid one.
His items are already getting a little bit weird if he actually goes for the Rapier next. He's got slot issues.
Right. Oh, 38 minutes. Alliance smoked up everybody except for S4. Arcane Rune, not a bad pickup there for the PA. And as you mentioned, BKBs are going to become more and more relevant, and the timing on them. 7 seconds is all they've got. So they're going to get one of those deep wards, scouting out the Radiant, I think. Didn't quite get vision on him.
Is under attack.
Well, you can see that Alliance are very confident going for BKB themselves, which makes sense. I mean, they're versus RP, I mean, just PA in general, Bat Rider, even Shadow Demon, so it's kind of a tough game. And the linkage makes sense because of the SD and the Bat.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
But defensive options aren't that great for them right now. It'd also be nice if they had more, like, lane mail viable heroes, but...
Right. Well, scary stuff here. Scary stuff indeed for Alliance. Need to come up with an answer. Storm Spirit zips in, kills off the wave. Mid one jumps on S4. The rest of his team is like crazy far away, and he's silenced.
Still a minute left on this Aegis too, so.
Okay. They're comfortable just letting him get down to low HP.
The thing about Tai too is that the Anchor Smash isn't actually that good. I mean, it helps that he's the talent, but it's only base damage reduction.
Right.
So a lot of those plus damage items, I mean, obviously it still helps a lot because like the crits and everything like that, and you're reducing blah blah blah. But it's, you know, this isn't your Morphling or whatever where you're really destroying them with the Tide ability.
True. FMG gets jumped on. E-Blade takes him down for a moment. Very, very low. Storm Spirit jumps on the backline, but they manage to find the stun. Ravage interrupts it. No! It's not going to be there in time. They can't do it. And mid one's still living. Hitting onto the side. The fear is there. Catching on to several. Can they bring him down in time? Handscape getting completely demolished. Mid one low. He pops Satanic, but he wasn't able to lifesteal up from it. As Cheese switched over afterwards. Meteor Hammer timing is going to land on a boat. Can they keep him out of there? Good jump in from No Tail. Trying to keep him alive. They don't have Satanic, but they do have Cheese. Mid one pops it. Turns. Tries to live. Can they get anything else here at all? Jumps now onto the Morph. Trying to take him down. It's not going to be enough. S4 trying to walk away. Rooted for the moment. A second round of him gets thrown out now. Morph is so freaking low. Dead. No buyback. They got him. Seb able to walk away. And again, mid one finds FNG. The Meteor Hammer drops down. S4 trying desperately to kill off mid one. But the chase down is coming. He's got the lifesteal he needs. Doing it all on his own. Mid one. Everything that he possibly can. They finally give him back in power again. And mid one jumps now onto S4. Rooted again. Can they bring him down in time? Jumping from lip, trying to find that kill. He's life-stealing more. Mid one just cannot be denied right here. Jumping into Fountain. This guy is insane. He tries to go in a bit more. There's going to be the blur and the BKB. Yo, there's a tower still here, y'all. Mid one, life stealing back up yet again. He's at full HP. You can't stop him. You just can't.
Backdoor protection finally curbed the aggression.
Unreal.
All right, well, that's a 1,500 gold for PA and Will. That's pretty cool.
He's suddenly 11,000 net worth ahead of the Morph. Like, what are you going to do?
Does he dive the well and just get his Abyssal? I think. No, okay. He's done. He's like, well, if I didn't die there, like, come on.
Well, who's going to hurt me? Honestly. Tries to pull him back in. Good lift up afterwards. No Tail. Mid one. Tries to find. Trying to get a catch.
Man,
or a kill.
Frame one skewer.
All right, gotta be careful. The Rapier's coming in right now. They don't know yet. They don't have an idea. He turns, he hits, he crits, he kills. Mid one gets the Rapier delivered and demolishes S4.
Oh, jeez, he got him like a fish.
Oh. And now the danger is beyond repair, it feels like. No Tide Hunter. He had Ravage back up, and there's no buyback. If they can hold here and somehow find a way to kill mid one,
it's
maybe.
Kind of poetic, isn't it? That now they're losing to PA Rapier. Like, this has got to be very satisfying.
It's true. So true. Thompson is back behind, ready for a disruption if things go south.
many things.
but they don't have an answer for the PA. Who needs boots? Jump in on the other side, trying to find him. Demolishes Nico, baby. Can they kill him in time? They will. No buyback, 90 seconds. Ready to dive some fountains here. RP pulls him over the other direction. Good dodge away from Lip, but all the rest of the team is dead. There is no answer. There is no God but Mid-1 in this game, who is godlike as they take the victory and take the series.
Radiant's top tower is overtaken.
Wow, an absolutely incredible day of Dota. A great couple of games to end it on there from OG Alliance. Oh, that was quite the series through and through there.